Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm okay. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, okay? I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much. All of my old subscribers, all of my new subscribers, all of my future subscribers. I show you love and gratitude and just appreciation for your support of the channel. Even though I have not been getting on lately as much as I should, I've been on the go. I got some time this morning, so I'm gonna try to just what do they call it? Love bomb y'all, I guess, with videos, okay? Until I can get home later today. We'll be able to do a live, child. But I wanted to talk about Black youngsters, brother's girlfriend speak out about the death of his brother and what will be Black youngsters' next move. And I put a question mark behind it, okay? Because it's hypothetically speaking as it relates to that. Okay. But of course, we know that his brother was unfortunately taken out back this past summer. And of course, he had children, he had a family, and it was extremely sad. He had gotten into it with a young man who had was trying to steal a car out of his yard, and he caught him. Of course, there was a fight that happened, and he was in his yard. He could have taken him out, but he didn't because he was familiar with him. He just put them paws on him, went on, let this young man live to see another day. Okay. They run into each other at the gas station. I don't know. Um, I think they says that Tanuel was already in the gas station. Maybe this young man saw him in the gas station, still mad about him putting his paws on him, although he was in Tanuel's yard. They call him Tamani. He was in Tamani's yard, trying to steal his vehicles, right? Um, and he's still mad about it. Tamani walks back to his car, and as a coward would do when you got your back turned, he does the sneak attack after they have words again and hit him while his back is turned in the back of the head, and then try to take out the other young man that was in the car with him, right? Which one was his cousin, which is another rapper, I'm told, and another one I can't think of. I don't know who they are though. Okay, but she's now his cousin, who is my best friend, had told me that she still was not doing well because when that happened, they all live right around the corner. My cousin, I call her my cousin, but she's my best friend. We've been friends for so long. She still lives up there, and they all were able to run around the corner because the gas station is right in close proximity. Okay, and when I was, let me just say this: when I was told, I had one of my subscribers, shout out to Holiday Tracks, had sent me a message and said they're saying that one of Black youngsters, there was a killing at a gas station in South Memphis. They're saying this Black youngster's brother. That's before it even started circulating. And when I finally saw it, I was like, oh, let me call Vanessa because it's probably not true. And I don't know what prompted me to call her, but when I called her, all I could hear was screaming and wailing in the background. And I already knew before I ever even said anything. And when I finally, was able to say something to her, I asked her, and she said, yeah. And of course, they were still emotional because they saw him. They ran around there before the ambulance even got there because they had heard about it. Word travels fast in South Memphis, and he was still balled up in a fetal position, right? And so she was like, they was trying to calm the girl down. She had passed out there. His family was out there because all of them still live up there. And it was just sad hearing them screaming and wailing in the background. I mean, Vanessa is not one of those girls that cry a lot because she is a street girl. She's hard. But to hear her screaming and crying like that and hearing them in the background, her mom and all of them, that was extremely hurtful to me. Right. Um, but anyways, the young man had went on the run, and she had spoken about it. I didn't talk about it a lot because she had been confiding in me when folks was like, have they arrested him? I was like, I don't know, um and but she didn't say a whole lot about it, but she was, she had told me that he was spotted, and the people didn't call the police. He was spotted going into his mother's house late one night, and they called them, was like, he's here. But they was wanting, I guess they was wanting to see if they want to do some retaliatory situations. But Benicia and them are older, and so they're wiser with their thoughts, right? And so nothing happened. I guess he got on back to where he was, and I don't really know what happened on how they caught him. He turned himself in, or somebody turned him in. I don't know, but anyways, he's been caught. And Vanessa had just said to me the other day, she says that young lady, the mother, his fiance, because she depended solely on him. He worked hard, he hustled, he worked hard, he worked on cars. The older couple that raised him taught him values. They taught him, I'm not saying that he went in the street, but they taught him how to work on cars. He cut hair. He did everything necessary because he was the provider for his family while he let her go to school. And he took care of his kids. That she basically depended on him, right? And she said, so she's still not doing good, and it has not been a year yet. So I can understand that, right? But anyway, she did an interview, and I want to go to that interview. I guess I had to get a backstory of it. Y'all know how I get long winded. So let me go ahead and get to it.
6 months have passed since the tragic death of Tanuel Benson, but the recent arrest of alleged gunman Randy Ewing has brought long awaited relief to Benson's former fiancee.
Mykesha Lott has a tough road ahead, dealing with sleepless nights and a bunch of
And
meds for her
the
depression
boy
and
looked just like
anxiety. For months, she's
Blacyounsta,
tried to keep the death of their father under wraps from her young
and that
kids.
baby looked
I
just like
don't
Black
tell
Youngsta
the whole
mama.
thing because my kids, I go every Friday. My kids go to counseling in school at downtown elementary. Um, I still have school at downtown elementary. Um, I still have sleepless nights, longer days, and it was very bad, especially like around the holidays.
The alleged gunman, Randy Ewing, is facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. He has a bond of over $1 million. According to investigators, after a confrontation, Ewing shot Benson in the back of the head.
Now look at him. Let's go back and look at him. Now I'm sure he is regretting that he did that, because there was no need to do it because of anger. I mean, you everybody has gotten their ass whooped. It's a damn shame that people now feel like they can't take no ass whoopings. You was big and bad enough to go up in that boy yard to try to steal his car, and he was man enough to let you walk, even though somebody else probably would have popped him because he knew him from around the neighborhood. He let him walk. He just whooped his ass, Cat Raggedy. And then he still can't get over that. But you could tell, look at him now, how he is regretting that. He didn't think he was going to get over $1 million bond, which he's probably safer in jail. I guess. I don't know, because they
Ewing is facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. He
look
has a
at him.
bond of over $1 million. According to investigators, after a confrontation, Ewing shot Benson in the back of the head.
The camera was going off, letting us know somebody was, outside messing with the cars. We were on the phone and we was talking, and he was like, well, I'm finna stop up here at the store. He didn't ever get to call me back because I guess he had saw the guy that was trying to steal my truck, and I guess they got in an argument.
Mykesha tells the story of how she was informed of Benson's death.
His cousin had called me, and she was like, I don't know if you know. And I was like, I know what? And she was like, but he okay? And I'm like, I know he okay because I just got the phone with him. So what? And she's like, just come quick, come quick. I drove so fast trying to get there, not expecting this though.
What did you see?
I saw him. I saw all the police. I saw all the tape. And when I saw the tape, the yellow tape, I knew.
Benson was the younger brother of Memphis rapper Blacyounsta. Today, Mykesha wanted to end all rumors that her fiance's death was revenge for the killing of young Dolph, his brother's former rival.
This situation had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I knew that the vlogs and everything was gonna do that. We could end all that. I don't actually none of the brothers, his brothers, deaths had nothing to do with young Dolph's situation.
Mykesha says Benson was a neighborhood hero and doesn't want him to be remembered as just the little brother of Blacyounsta. He was the backbone of their family.
I had loved my dad. He was the only thing I had. Like when something happened to me, he was always there to protect me, and I loved him a lot. If I had anything like happening, I just call him and he come save the day.
At the Criminal Justice Center, Alan Self, WREG News Channel 3.
This bill was in the United States Senate. It was on its way to being passed. Then it was derailed by this bill.
Wow. I didn't think I would get emotional, listening to that child. And then it takes me back to when I called Vanessa and I heard them screaming in the background. And Vanessa has been my friend since, I was in the kindergarten. Her mom and my mother still talk several times a week to this day because of our friendship growing up in the projects together. So because her mother was so strict, she's the only friend's house that my mom ever let me spend the night over because she knew that her mother was not going to let us do nothing, being curious girls and stuff, sneaking out and all of that. She already knew. But wow, just looking at that, it's emotional to me because she had just said that she's still not doing good at all, and how hard he worked, because he didn't have anybody helping him, and he wanted answers and stuff. And to hear his son looks more like his brother, his son looks like his brother. Um, um, and and his daughter looks a lot like Blacyounsta's mother. I remember her as a little girl, when she used to spend the night at Vanessa's house. I haven't seen her since she was an adult, but just remembering her, she was darker. She was dark skinned, like the son, but the son looks just like Blacyounsta, And so I'm happy that she cleared up these rumors because, like I said, about I'm sure that the insurance agent was told that Vanessa told me from the very beginning what happened to all of Blacyounsta's brothers, even what happened to Darius that they call Heavy Camp TD. And I'm sure maybe somebody told the insurance agent that to try and justify what they did to Young Dolph, but Young Dolph and them did not do anything to Blacyounsta's brother. I think what happened is Blacyounsta might have some guilt himself, but I'm not going to even get into that as it relates to what happened to his brothers, both of them. Okay, but so sometimes even when this happened to Tanuel, Tamani had been crying out for help. He was wanting to know some things. He wanted an understanding about some things, even though, he, they were brothers. He was closer to TD, but he wanted some answers. And when he was talking about the world gonna feel, my brother's pain, my pain because of my brother. See, I see what he does. He does things that he know is wrong, and then he tries to outsource that hurt on everybody else instead of dealing with his own self. Okay, he's one of those ones. He wants to inflict whatever he not feel guilty about up on other people. Okay, that's what that is. But I'm so happy that she cleared that up, and I hope that the young lady continues to get her children counseling And hopefully, I know he was, Tamani was very close to his grandmother, the grandmother that Black Youngsta talks about all the time, right? That raised them, because every morning, I'm told that's what he did. He would get up every morning because, she's still sick, and go around there and see his grandmother and do what was needed for his grandmother every morning. And then he's, stop at the gas station, or what, he just happened to stop at the gas station that day, and that happened. That's very unfortunate, right? um but I'm happy that, it looks like there's going to be some justice. I'm happy that that bond was set at over $1 million. He looking like, I know these MFs ain't just set my bond at over $1 million. I bet you he wish he could take that back, because there was no need for him to kill that boy like that. You take that ass whooping and you keep ticking. But he couldn't take that, and he still was a coward, because he waited till the boy get almost back to his car with his back turned, pumping his gas, and then pop him. So he's still a coward, and he's sitting there like a little sissy, shaking his head, dropping his head. But they hard on him when that boy can never go back to his family, his children missing him, right? So, I think it's a darn shame. Then he had the nerve to go into hiding as if he was not going to be caught. It's a darn shame before God. You have a young man that's trying to raise his kids and do opposite of what was done to him, right? Because I'm told, he said sometimes he felt like he was an orphan, and he wanted to make sure that his children felt loved. He wanted to make sure he worked his ass off to make sure his children had what he didn't have. Okay, so this is very, very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And so I'm thinking about, Vanessa said he felt so happy when she started teaching him. She helped him to get his car license, dealer license, because he fixed cars. The older couple that raised him, the man, taught him how to work on cars. They taught him how to be a handyman, right? And she said she would buy cars at the auction, and he would fix them. And then he asked the cuz, can you show me, can you help me to get my dealer's licenses? And she helped him, and they started working together on that, And she said he was that's the reason why the guy wanted to come in. She said he tried to steal her truck. He was fixing them cars up. He had his girl a nice truck, right? Just trying to do right by his family. And it's unfortunate that something like this happened. But what is the next move for Black Youngsta? Okay, because that little boy, his little nephew, that Tamani said himself on the post 2 weeks before he passed, why do I have all these questions? My family act like they don't even know me. And he was talking about his brother and his mother. Okay, they said that boy stressed out a lot because he was trying to work hard to provide for his family. And that little girl sitting there looking like a lighter shade darker of her grandmother, because I hadn't seen the grandmother since I was about 12 years old. But just thinking about that, she looks like her grandmother, okay, which is Black Youngsta's mom as a little girl. And so what is his next move? What is his next move? Will we start to see him try to get closer to his family and change his image? I don't know. I think he's already started trying to make some steps at trying to when the stuff hit the fan, make himself look more like a family man or something. So you'll probably, when it really starts brewing, y'all go into my members. Okay, go and get the platinum and go into my members and look at them videos. But when stuff really start brewing, right, you all will start to probably see him more with his children on videos and stuff like that, because that's what their lawyers and stuff tell them to do. Okay, what's his next move? I don't know. I think what he should do is, that girl is still over there struggling. His nephew looks just like him. His niece looks just like his mother. Um, even though they weren't in their lives, maybe they should start, hopefully, trying to make them feel, loved, because that's something that his brother, according to his own brother, didn't feel, even though they all look just alike. And I hope it's not just a PR situation, because people start making PR moves for certain reasons, especially facing what he facing. Okay. But we'll see though. We'll see. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I made the other one too long. But I was gonna say, what is Blacyoungsta's next move? I will say this, because I was going to say this and I cut it out. I think Blacyoungsta needs to at least try to start making some things right. It's some things that he did he can't make right, and he know he gonna have to ride for, because we all have to reap what we sow. But those things that he can make right before he ride out, he need to. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.